Sivasri Skandaprasad ma'am to address the gathering. Ma'am, please.
Hi MVJ. Namaskara. I feel so honored to be here, but more than honored, so excited because I feel like I'm back in college, which was not very long ago, so I can relate to you guys so much now. I'm sure you all must be filled with so much excitement because the day is here when all your hours of practice sessions, bunking class hours, everything is going to pay up now. But most importantly, the moment I received the invitation, I saw the name, Swayam. It's such a beautiful name given to this fest. I wouldn't call it just a fest, but a moment where you can rediscover yourself, you can be yourself, you can explore different dimensions of yourself. Every aspect of yourself can be expressed, can be used to transform. What a beautiful name to have for a college fest, Swayam. I'm not here to give a lecture, definitely, but I would definitely like to share a few things. We all have been living in an age of social media. You would have had hundreds of people, dignitaries come and speak about how they grew up without all the social media. We didn't have Instagram, and when we were studying, you all have Instagram. But I, for a change, come from the same age when Instagram was used even in college. So I know what it feels like. But I would like to leave you guys with 3 ideas. Rather than suggestions, they're just ideas. Where the first one is identify yourself before the world tries to define you. Before we get up, before we brush our teeth, we see 200 people's lives on our phones. We see success stories, trauma, struggles, victories, prizes, accolades, accomplishments, everything in less than 30 seconds. We notice everybody else's lives, but what we sometimes forget to notice is our own voice, to see our own life. What we really love to do. This is one question that we should definitely ask ourselves. What would I do if nobody is watching me? We all know what we'll do if we have to post something on Instagram, if we have to come up on stage and do something. I know I will be a Carnatic musician, a Bharatanatyam dancer, as it says everywhere. When I come up on stage, when I have to post a video on Instagram, but what would I do when nobody is watching me? That is the real me. The second idea is art is not to express. We have all been taught that we express ourselves through art, we expose our talent through art, it is a reflection of what our soul is, all that is there. But that is not enough in this age. Right? Do you all agree with me? If we just come up on stage and keep talking or singing or do anything for that matter, would you all be interested to watch me do that? I need to use that expression to transform, to bring about a revolution, to bring about a reform, to plant a seed of idea, of thought in these spectators' minds. So art is no more just to perform. It is not a performance, it is a prayer. It is a protest, it is power. You hold the power as an artist to bring a transformation in the audience's mind. And the last idea is a very important one, where the world is racing forward. Speed is addictive, along with a lot many other things. But what we should realize is to stay rooted. When I watched Dhwani and Nrityatrix perform here, usually all colleges start with a prayer song. All programs in India generally start with a prayer song because that is our culture, right? A very classical rendition of music of Sri Ramachandra and a very classical presentation of Bharatanatyam. I felt so happy, I felt so proud that students today also are not shying away from bringing onto stage something that is generally considered boring. Because I've been among students that have called classical art forms not a very interesting thing to watch because nobody relates to it anymore. But we still hold on to it. And that is the beauty of holding on to our roots with a very, very fast, speedily progressing world. To stay grounded is what culture, tradition, and art teaches us. There are so many interviews where I've been asked, ma'am, what is that one turning point in your life? That one moment that changed your life completely. From that day, I became someone. How is that even possible? I can't answer that question at all because it was not one day or it was not one moment. It was not overnight that you can change your life into something that you want. It is everyday struggle, everyday practice. My dad used to wake me up before sunrise. I used to hate those days, trust me, when I was going through that rigor. I'm sure those who learn music and dance here, practice regularly in the morning, all that is a non-negotiable for classical art forms, which makes it all the more difficult, boring, and you feel repulsed from them. But waking up, practicing, getting scolded, failing, and again the next morning, there is no choice but to practice again. For this cultural fest, I'm sure how many hours of practice must have gone behind every single performance of yours, right? Isn't it? But this is some practice section that you would have all enjoyed because no classes, we can bunk classes, we can give umpteen reasons to not attend them, but the actual practice that life requires is definitely a struggle. And that everyday struggle is what changes your life. That is what makes you great. Greatness comes from everyday struggle, not a moment, not a turning point, not one incident that changed your entire life. It is impossible. You don't leave behind a legacy. You live your legacy, which people that come next in line take up. So it is a present moment. It is every moment that creates a legacy. So guys, do whatever you love. The moment you wake up, think of whatever you love. Do it with full integrity. If you are creating memes, bring meaning into memes. Bring poetry into pitch decks. Let engineers empathize. Let artists heal. They've all heard of artists singing, dancing, performing. Let them heal. Engineers don't just build, they empathize. they listen. We should all create an impact and not just perform. So whenever you are expected to perform, make sure you also leave an impact on anybody who watches. And with this, I would like to say that don't forget to have fun through the process. Without having fun, no impact is going to be created unless you enjoy the process. So guys, are you all with me? Are you all enjoying the process of practice? Are you all going to set an example of what artists can be? Incredible. I'm looking forward to all of you performing incredibly in the following events, tasks that is lined up ahead for you. Have a great time. All the best. Yeah, definitely. This is something that I always sing. Ponniyin Selvan song, even nobody has listened. Have you all listened to the Kannada version though? Even I haven't. But honestly, that's not a very interesting song, yaar. But this is something, see, I just now told that you don't sing or do anything to just perform, right? You sing to do what? Why do we sing? Why do we perform? To create an impact. Maitrim bhajata akhila hrijetri. College time is the best time to make friendships. And those are the friends that stay with you throughout your life. And friends are the ones that help you create that impact that I was talking about. So, Maitrim bhajata akhila hrijetri. Maitrim bhajata akhila hrijetri. Atmavadeva paranapi pashyata. Atmavadeva paranapi pashyata. Yuddham tyajata spardham tyajata. Yuddham tyajata spardham tyajata. Tyajata pareshvakramamakramanam. Maitrim bhajata akhila hrijetri. Janani prithvi kamadughaste. Janani prithvi kamadughaste. Janako deva sakala dayalu. Janako deva sakala dayalu. Damyata datta dayatvam janata. Damyata datta dayatvam janata. Shreyo bhuyat sakala jananam. Shreyo bhuyat sakala jananam. Do you all know the words for this line? Shreyo bhuyat sakala jananam. Can you all follow? Shreyo bhuyat sakala jananam. Aha. Shreyo bhuyat sakala jananam. Shreyo bhuyat sakala jananam. Wow, beautiful.
much, ma'am, for this beautiful rendition. So, audience, please give a big round of applause for our chief guest. And I would also like to thank ma'am for giving us a meaning for self-reflection, transformation, and to stay rooted for us youth in 2025. And not just that, ma'am has highlighted the name of our fest, Swayam 2025. She has brought out a meaning, the whole purpose of what this fest is meant for. So for this, dear MVJ students, professors, dignitaries, please give a big round of applause for ma'am.
As a token of our gratitude and appreciation, we now present a